What is up, guys? It's BloodZelos. Today I'm going to teach you how I make my thumbnails in celebration of 200 videos. However, today is actually the 201st video because I was on vacation for like a couple days recently, and I scheduled uploads because I was gone. But I didn't want this to be a scheduled upload, so I came back. This is actually the 201st video, but whatever, you know, YOLO, right? So I've got Photoshop. I use CS5. Most of what I do in here, I'm sure, is the same in CS3, 4, 5, 6, and all that. So you should be okay. But here's how I do my thumbnails. I'm just going to make a generic, I think, survival games thumbnail, but most of what I do is something you could apply to any mini game. It's just a small variation. So what we're going to do here is open up a new project, file, new, and we'll make the width 1280, height 720. That's the correct size for thumbnails. And then the resolution is 300. We'll keep it all nice and pretty. So you can hit OK, and it'll open up your canvas here, which is looking pretty nice. Now the next thing we're going to do is select. I said select. We're going to select a color. So I'm thinking we'll do a nice purple thumbnail. That's usually what my survival games are. So we'll go with something like this. Maybe a little bit lighter than what you want it to, because we're going to do something that darkens it a little bit. Go over here on your left side, select the paint tool, fill that in just like that. Beautiful. All right. Now, the key to my thumbnails is the background. That's really the part that makes them really good. So, let's see here. In my pictures, I have this grunge picture that I use. So, we're going to place down the grunge, just like so. And I will put a link to either a download or a link to where the picture is online in the description so that you can use this as well. And this is how I make the backgrounds to my thumbnails. So we're going to place that down, make sure it fits everything just like that. Place that. Then you're going to go over here, right click, and rasterize it. That just makes it editable. And then here's the biggest step in my entire thumbnail process, is we're going to go up to this little drop bar. Make sure you've selected the grunge layer. Drop it down. The fourth option down is multiply. Hit that. And that is really the key to my thumbnails, is this cool, like, textured background. Alright, we got that. Let's go ahead and put in the Minecraft logo. And I have some weird pictures there. I don't know, like, that's years of people sending me photos, so if you see anything there, you know, don't judge. Alright, so we'll throw in the Minecraft logo. I think I'll put it down at the bottom for this thumbnail. So next up, let's get our text going. Survival games. Now, the font I use is not Squawk. Is Badaboom. A lot of people use that. And I'll also put a link to where you can download that font in the description. So we're going to put that right there, and we can get a couple edits going on it here. So what I do to my text, I'm not sure why that box appeared all the way over there, is I give them a drop shadow, but then I make the distance of the drop shadow 0, the size is 10, the spread is 100%. And this is basically creates an outline, even though it's supposed to be technically a shadow. And then I give them a gradient overlay. Now, we can click on this little gradient bar here, and it'll give us options. And I have presets that I use for gradients, so we're gonna use this gold one for this. And you can change your gradient by changing, you know, the color in the middle or whatever. So we're gonna use the preset gold gradient. All right, and then the other gradients I have here is I have this nice blue one. Don't know what that means. This nice blue one, but we're gonna go with gold. That's usually what I use. And so you can set your gradient if you want to save it. This is gold too. You can type in the name right there and save it. So make your gradients. Oopsies, I forgot to actually click OK. Hit OK. Now you got that. Let's size this up really quickly. We'll go over here and click on the pointer thing. Now I'm not like a Photoshop pro. I really only use Photoshop for thumbnails, so I'm pretty good at thumbnails. But anything else in Photoshop, I'm not good at. So it's not like I really know what I'm doing. So now we have our text and we have our thumbnail, and we can just move that down so it's centered and looking quite nice. Maybe right there. That looks good. Okay. So next up is placing renders and things like that. So I think I keep all my renders in my videos folder, something like that. And the main render I use on thumbnails is this Zelos character render, 2 swords render, which was made by a friend of mine a while ago, Bulldozer HW, I think. And it's a very nice render. So we're gonna drop that in behind, like that. Now I do make my own renders too. Sometimes when I play with other people, I'll make a render for them to put on my thumbnail, but I'm not going to show how to make renders because that's pretty complicated. So we'll drop the character in, and it's pretty simple, just like that. Now one of the things I'll do is also, and I'm not sure if I know where this is, I'll put a download to this too, this picture, light rays. We're going to drop it in there, like so. And what I do to this one is I just give it the default inner glow and the default outer glow. Okay, not the default outer glow. Let me figure out what I did wrong. Right there. So an outer glow with a spread of 0, a size of 6, and an inner glow with a choke of 0, and a size of 250 pixels. So all of this might sound like gibberish, but you can pause the video and just look at the values in there. So we're going to take that and we're going to spread it out all the way like so. Apply that, and we can drop it down here to just above the grunge layer. So now we have a little bit of detail. And then usually what I do on my thumbnails is I just throw in something random. It really doesn't even have to do with like anything. So we're just going to drop in a picture of a diamond here. So it doesn't really have anything to do with survival games, but it's still a completely valid thing to put on a thumbnail. And it will give me something else to teach. So let's throw that over on this side. We'll kind of rotate it out and maybe move it like right about there. That looks nice. Okay, apply that, and now we want one on the other side that's the exact same, so we're going to go to duplicate layer, hit OK, then go up to edit, transform, flip horizontal. This will make the second one flip to the exact opposite but the same angle, and then we can just drag it over, and sometimes Photoshop will even snap it into place in the exact spot on the other side. Maybe not this time, but we're going to place that right there, and then actually we'll move this one over a tad bit too, kind of like that. Looks like we can drop all of our survival games and Minecraft logo part down a little bit using the arrow keys to go by just a couple pixels at a time, like so. And we have ourselves a thumbnail, guys. Now, of course, if you were doing a different minigame, you could, I don't know, you would change the text to whatever that other minigame is, and you would put in renders for anyone else you wanted. You can always change whatever items you put there. But yeah, that's how I make my thumbnails. The biggest, most important part of that you should have taken away from that was this whole grunge multiply layer thing and the layer behind, because that's really what makes the thumbnails. The rest is just kind of putting stuff on them. So very easy to do. My thumbnails are not complicated at all, but I like to think they look pretty nice compared to some YouTubers at least. And they're pretty unique. They're not that same style that most of the big YouTubers use now. So quick thing for my thumbnails, there will be a link, of course, to the grunge picture, the light rays picture in the description, and to the font. You can check those out. Make your own beautiful thumbnails. Other than that, guys, I don't have much to say. I don't think I do. Do I? Nope. We'll get some more Vimcraft house tutorials and other cool stuff coming out very shortly. Can we get 200 likes for this? 200 videos, 200 likes. Actually, 201 likes. Okay, if we get 200 likes, I'll be disappointed. I want 201 because this is the 201st video. Otherwise, though, guys, just thank you so much. I mean, 200 videos, that's a lot of videos. So here's your beautiful thumbnail that you just made. You know, let's zoom in because it's beautiful. Oh boy. But yeah, there's your thumbnail, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something. If you learned something, comment below saying that you learned something. Don't make me feel bad. Don't make me feel like I wasted your time. 201 likes. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.